Okay. Gotta slow it down. Knight f6. Alright. Nimzo. Who is a fan of the Nimzo-Indian defense? Because that's exactly what we have right here. d4, c4, e6 move. Both knights out. Pin. I'm going to go immediately for it. I want to be assured of this structure. Otherwise, there might be a quick bishop out, knight out type of thing. Since I don't have a dark square bishop, my pawns want to be on dark squares to coordinate well with my remaining bishop. Now what? I might look into e4. Okay. f3 is preventing that and still allowing for a g4 move. Something I was voicing in previous streams. Did I play Edbogo before? And this was like, I had black and we were entering the same setup. I wonder about that. Let's go with c5. And then knight c6. I don't know if I want to castle kingside so quickly. Okay, my knight can't play to c6. Clearly. Here is probably best. So let's go here right now. Right here, right now. And I might be wanting to take steps towards the kingside. Knight f8, g6. So we're going to see about that. Definitely going to see. So now what's the scoop? Alright, I don't know if I want to allow that bishop to play to g5. Actually, I'm quite alright with that bishop playing there. Because that's going to help me eventually gain a clamp on that f4 square, I think. If bishop there, I was going to play h6 and then maybe g5 and then knight to g6. Okay, well, what do you do? Because I'm still a bit concerned about this knight maneuver. I'm not going to make that pawn move just yet. If the bishop plays here, I could throw a question to it. I have a knight h4 available. Could definitely be pressure on this pawn soon. Maybe knight here and then trying to get to f4. For some reason, this seems very, very familiar. Knight here and then get it to f4. I'm going to try that. Focusing on the f4 square. Now, if it is prevented, I think coming immediately back with my knight is best. I do accomplish some things, very small, but whoa, okay, so this king is saying, you know what, I'm ready to take a hike. So I don't want to deal with whatever's going to go on over here. He's going to try and get to over here. He's seeing this as a home. So, what do you do? What is it that you do here? I think, let's get some trades in. I'm going with this knight because if there is a capture on this square, I could be taking with this pawn and then make use of e5 with this knight. And I guess there is kind of a general rule I would follow. If you're in instances, if you're in positions in a chess game where both of your knights could be making use of a particular square, I think the ones that are nearest to the edge of the board are the ones you should maybe be, as a general rule, maybe go with the ones that are closest to the edge of the board. Have them make use of it. Because he was a bit more displaced than this knight. So we're just having some exchanges here. Let's go with this. And now I think I just want to castle and then look for f5. I want to open the position up, which might seem a bit odd because my opponent has the bishop pair, but they have the bishop pair and the less safe king. That's another way to kind of view things. And before I castle, I think I could just run with this move right now, because here's one thing. I want to be assured that this break comes in. If I were to castle and g4 is played, I get the f4 square for my knight, but I don't get this break in. And this is, I think, the more purposeful of the two. I'd much rather get a pawn break in and have a file open up than to be able to make use of an f4 square. Did you follow that? Those are the two that I was just weighing. Do I care about having the f4 square for my knight, or do I care more about an open f file? It's the open f file. I want my rooks to play, and I want to go after this king. My queen could come out in this direction, maybe. It's not looking too exciting over here. This is covered. This is covered. So this is the a5 square. Definitely have that in mind. Castle. Open it up. Pawn takes is the threat. This bishop is unprotected and in the line of fire right now. Okay, this is the domino effect going on now. Pieces start to fall. One pawn falls, and then that's all. That's pretty much it, isn't it? Very, very difficult to defend now. Pawn takes, rook takes bishop. There's queen checks, maybe. I think castling kingside would have been okay for white instead of the decision to run in this direction, trying to have this be safe, but I think I'm netting material now. After this capture, bishop takes, I play queen f6. The bishop's hit twice. And I think the king needs to come over or something to defend. Okay. Have this instead. Well, you know, I think, oh, okay, wait, just do this or here? No, just this right away. Nothing fancy. Just exchange now. I did consider this move first. Maybe it was a little bit better. Just give a pawn back and then play here. And if h5, then I could at least come to a nice square with my knight. Right here. Okay, actually I could do this first, though. If king takes, I throw in a check, and then I could make use of this square. If pawn takes knight, I come all the way back to recapture. Okay, let's throw in the check. I really don't want to play here. Keep it in the center. Give back some material. Keep that king in the center. This pawn is hit. Less than 45. And, okay. Another pawn forks right around every corner. Here, here. Bishop back, there's pawn push. I could get that rook if I really want to. I'm gonna go after it. Oh, I should have just taken the bishop. Take that bishop and then play here. That was stupid. Rook takes bishop was better. See that? See that slip? I was already talking about this square and this square. I should have made this one. Should have made that one work. Just gonna get rid of that. Keep it really simple. The queen out. Push these pawns. Can't be defended. Okay, just queen trade. Watch out for mate here. Watch out for those sneaky mates. Get the queens off. Push away. Get a queen with check. There's no need to recapture that right away. Alright, we have resignation. Good game. Let's flip this board. Let's go back here and see how either one of us could have made different decisions here. So, I think that this is fine, this structure that white has. And now, I mean, right here, I don't think that there's too much you need to worry about. Maybe g3. somehow. You get g3 in, or maybe just castle. I think castle would be okay. And then if castle and I throw a knight on f4, maybe you could then just do g3. I don't think I would be wanting to take this bishop because he's a bad bishop, but maybe I'd be taking the knight. I think going with just castle and g3 to watch over the f4 square, just being a bit more patient and not feeling the need to just run for the hills in this direction. And keep in mind, going in this way over here to the queen side, it's not yet. You cannot safely say that this is going to be a nice home. It could open up. I could be doing b5 or something, or queen coming out here. So I think just castle. And if a knight here, you could play g3. It's true that I could be making use of h3, but after king g2, I am in a spot where I have minor pieces having to babysit minor pieces, and that's not too comfortable for me. So that's my main suggestion. Just going with the kingside castle, and then should a knight end up on f4, consider then the g3 move. Or if my queen starts to get active, maybe could kick her around. Bishop f2, maybe queen to c1, guarding these g5, h1 squares. I don't think I could get my queen out here to cause too much trouble. But anyhow, that's what I'm thinking here. Kingside castle.